Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today we're opening up really quite a fascinating file. It sits right at that crossroads, where tech foresight meets ancient cosmic maps.
Yeah, it's pretty potent stuff.
We're talking about this powerful 9-month window. It kicks off November 2025, runs right through August 2026. And our sources, it's this mix of like current analysis and really deep Vedic text. They describe this time as a profound healing cycle. And it's all rooted in Rahu moving through Shatabhisha nakshatra.
That's the core of it.
So our mission today is pretty clear.
Yeah.
Let's try and cut through the jargon, really get the symbolic weight of these celestial blueprints, and figure out why this specific 9 months. Why it's predicted to redefine so much for you, the listener. Tech, health, global power. Seems like everything's on the table. Okay, let's unpack this.
Right. And maybe the best place to start is with Rahu itself, because, understanding Rahu is absolutely key to this whole cycle. So, Rahu, it's not a physical planet, right? But in Vedic astrology, it's often called a shadow planet. Think of it less as a thing and more as, well, the cosmic accelerator.
Accelerator. How so?
It represents our collective obsession with the future, that relentless drive for innovation, but also deep illusion and the really seductive power of destiny. It's that part of us, that just leaps without looking first.
Okay, so Rahu's the accelerator, the gas pedal. What's Shatabhisha nakshatra then? The road, the car.
Huh. Good analogy. Shatabhisha is the field Rahu's moving into, and it completely changes the energy of that acceleration. Its name actually means the 100 Healers.
The 100 Healers, okay.
Yeah, it's the realm of Varuṇa Deva. He's the lord of the cosmic waters, the keeper of hidden light, but also the bringer of purification, of revelation. Its symbol is this circle of 1,000 stars, represents hidden knowledge, medicine, all those deep mysteries of the psyche.
So when Rahu, the great illusionist, as you called it, enters the domain of the great healer, what happens?
Well, the sources basically say we're forced to confront the deepest illusions we hold. About ourselves, about our world, the hidden stuff has to come out.
Confronting illusions, paired with an accelerator. Sounds intense. And our sources, they immediately point back, don't they, to the last time this happened, 2007, as a kind of blueprint.
Exactly. This idea of karmic cycles, and it's not about mystical punishment. It's more like looking in a historical mirror. And 2007, it perfectly shows how Rahu operates in Shatabhisha.
How so?
Well, the innovation was just explosive. You had the first iPhone launch, right? Kicked off the whole smartphone revolution. Amazon's cloud servers really took off, basically inventing cloud computing as we know it. India was prepping Chandrayaan for the moon. Rahu was just pushing technology, pushing light forward at this incredible speed.
Right, but that wasn't the whole story, was it? That was also the exact time the seeds of the 2008 financial crash were being sown quietly in the background.
Precisely. That's the shadow side. Rahu creates this, dazzling illusion. In that case, it was the illusion of perpetual debt-fueled growth. Just keep going up. Then Saturn, who represents structure, accountability, the rules, Saturn eventually steps in to deliver the correction. Often hard, often sudden. That was the financial darkness they talk about. It was the karmic reckoning for all that excess, that imbalance.
And it happened fast, didn't it, the correction?
That's the crucial part. Rahu pushes the boundary so far, so fast, that Saturn's response feels almost immediate, like snapping back a rubber band, yanking the reins hard.
Okay, so if that 2007 pattern is the mirror, how close are we to seeing that same speed-chaos dynamic play out again, like right now?
Well, the sources are worryingly specific on this. Today, the innovation side, it's obvious. AI is reshaping everything. Markets are, surging near record highs again.
Feels familiar.
It does. But underneath all that, the source material points to this invisible weight, stretched valuations, simmering global tensions. A sense that truth is kind of obscured. It feels very much like that deceptive calm right before the storm in 2007.
And there's a specific date mentioned too, isn't there? Something quite chilling.
Yeah, there is. To underscore the severity, the potential sharpness of this returning pattern, the sources specifically predicted bombings in Delhi on November 9th, 2025, which tragically echoes similar blasts back in that 2007 cycle.
Wow.
It's a sobering reminder, isn't it, that when we don't learn the lesson, the basic structure of the pattern, well, it tends to come back around.
That is a heavy karmic echo to kick off this whole 9-month period. But
Okay,
what makes this coming cycle so unique, according to the sources, isn't just the repeating pattern. It's the sheer density of other major astronomical stuff happening at the same time. Let's talk about this great alignment. The one they say hasn't happened in thousands of years.
Yeah, this is where the structural reset really kicks into high gear. Rahu might set the stage, create the tension, but the main driver for the big ideological and structural shifts, that seems to be the Saturn-Neptune conjunction.
Okay, Saturn-Neptune, when does that happen?
February 20th, 2026, right near the equinox point, which is significant in itself. And if you think about the symbolism, you've got Saturn, the lawgiver, the planet of structure, karma, reality checks, meeting Neptune, the dreamer, the planet of ideals, illusion, compassion, the infinite.
Structure meets the infinite, karma meets compassion.
Exactly. Lawgiver meets dreamer. Historically, these conjunctions always signify major shifts. Dominant ideologies change. You see mass spiritual or artistic movements, profound socio-political realignments. It shakes things up at a deep level.
But Saturn-Neptune conjunctions happen every few decades, right? What makes this one so different, so monumental?
That's the key. It's the geometry. This particular conjunction forms a grand trine, a harmonious triangle with two other massive outer planets. Uranus, the great revolutionary, the awakener, and Pluto, the great transformer, death and rebirth.
So all four heavy hitters, Saturn, Neptune, Uranus, Pluto, in a stable alignment.
Precisely. A stable, harmonizing triangle involving those four giants. The sources are really clear on this. It's almost geometrically unprecedented in recorded history. They flat out call it a rebirth of cosmic Dharma.
Cosmic Dharma. So not just a shift in, like, politics or markets, but a reset of fundamental spiritual law and even scientific truth.
That's the implication, yeah. It's a much deeper frequency changing.
Wow, okay, so the cosmic structure itself is being radically redefined, and yet there's more. The universe is apparently sending physical messengers, right, when this happens. Who are these celestial visitors?
Yeah, the sky is definitely active then. As this whole alignment peaks, we see the movement of something called 3I. It's an interstellar object, a wanderer like Oumuamua was, remember that? Drifting into our solar system's awareness.
Yeah.
And at the same time, there's Comet ATLAS. The material describes it as a, quote, blazing messenger of purification.
Okay, for the practical listener out there, why should they care about an asteroid and a comet showing up? Are they just random space rocks? How do the sources connect them to Varuṇa and this whole alignment?
Right, good question. Because they aren't seen as just random rocks here, that's the critical link. In Vedic symbolism, comets are specifically called Dhumketus. They're considered Varuṇa's emissaries.
Varuṇa,
Oh.
Lord of the Cosmic Waters again.
Exactly. He rules the cosmic waters, revelation, the mysteries of the deep. So the source material really emphasizes that the arrival of 3I and ATLAS during this precise, incredibly rare grand trine. It's not chance. It signifies the heavens themselves confirming the gravity of this shift. They're not seen as omens of doom necessarily, but more like reminders. Reminders that we're part of a living cosmos, one that's actively, communicating with us.
That framing, communication about a structural reset.
Right.
It definitely lends weight to the specific predictions for that November 2025 to August 2026 window. Okay, let's dive into those practical implications. The 10 specific predictions distilled from all this research.
Yeah, let's break them down. Maybe start where we began, that intersection of Rahu's innovation and Saturn's accountability, which often plays out first in the markets.
Right. So prediction 1 states, tech bubble meets reality. If Rahu loves illusions, what's the specific illusion that bursts here, according to the sources?
It seems to be that illusion of infinite, consequence-free growth, especially in tech. The prediction is pretty direct. Global AI and biotech markets face a necessary, maybe sharp correction. Rahu's hype, the overvaluation, it kind of dissipates. And Saturn enforces balance.
So a correction driven by ethics.
That's the underlying insight, yeah. That tech progress from this point on has to be redefined by ethical constraints, by genuine accountability, not just raw momentum and hype.
Okay, makes sense. Now, moving to Varuṇa's own domain, the waters, hidden light, that kind of thing, what breakthroughs are predicted there?
Right. Since Varuṇa governs the cosmic waters and hidden light, the sources see two potentially massive breakthroughs in related fields. Prediction 2 is, well, it's bold. Fusion fire ignites the future.
Fusion, like clean energy fusion.
Exactly. The highly specific prediction that a breakthrough in either fusion or perhaps quantum energy proves viable. That concept of harnessing fire within water, which is a core symbol of Shatabhisha itself.
Wow, okay. And the third one, also water-related.
Yeah, prediction 3 states, water writes the news. This points to profound climate and ocean revelations really dominating headlines. Think melting poles, maybe discovering new ocean currents, deep oceanic finds, stuff that fundamentally shifts our geopolitical and environmental understanding. Varuṇa revealing secrets from the deep.
That's fascinating, linking a potential scientific breakthrough so directly to the nakshatra's symbolism. Okay, let's look at the 100 Healers aspect, manifesting the predictions around health and consciousness.
Right, this is where Rahu's innovation directly meets that healing energy of Shatabhisha. Prediction 4 is AI becomes the doctor and the patient.
What does that mean?
It suggests AI-driven healthcare is going to absolutely revolutionize medicine. Diagnostics, treatment plans, maybe drug discovery. But the speed of its integration sparks a pretty profound moral panic. Issues around human empathy, who owns the data, what the sources actually call data karma.
Data karma.
Yeah.
Interesting phrase. That highlights the ethical tightrope again, but it's not all potentially problematic, is it? Prediction 7 sounds more positive. The 100 Healers Awaken.
Yes, exactly. This suggests that things once considered fringe, like advanced genetic therapies, new mental health technologies, even biospiritual medicine, they all start hitting the mainstream. Deep healing becomes less individual, more of a collective societal focus, a dharma, as the text puts it.
A collective responsibility for healing.
And that collective focus leads right into prediction 8. Science meets Siddhi. Siddhi is that Vedic concept of spiritual power or capabilities achieved through discipline. The material suggests that ancient Vedic knowledge, maybe practices like meditation, breathwork, mantra, will start to fuse properly with modern neuroscience. They'll be scientifically validated, not just as relaxation techniques, but as actual technologies of consciousness. The sources literally call this the dawn of spiritual physics.
Spiritual physics. That's a huge potential shift in the global scientific worldview. Okay, let's tackle the final cluster of predictions. This seems to be about global power, space, secrets, the big political and social dynamics.
Yeah, Rahu has this insatiable hunger, right? For the extreme, the unknown, the future. So, prediction 5, back to the moon and beyond, sees India, the USA, China, really marking a definitive new era in space, not just flags and footprints, but serious lunar colonization efforts, Mars logistics, what the sources call the true dawn of cosmic civilization.
Pushing boundaries outwards. But Rahu is also known for revealing what's hidden, right? Pulling back the veil. How does that play out geopolitically?
That ties directly into prediction 6. Secrets in the system exposed. This suggests we're likely to see massive global cyber leaks. Things that reveal hidden control networks, deep systemic deception, maybe financial, maybe political. Rahu exposes the illusion, and then Saturn, the structural enforcer, steps in to deal with the karmic truth that comes out.
Illusions revealed, truth enforced. Okay. And finally, what does this period mean for grassroots movements, for the relationship between people and power structures?
Prediction 9 is called People versus Power 2.0. Rahu is currently transiting the sign of Aquarius, which astrologically fuels rebellion, especially for ethical justice, for the collective good. So the prediction is for significant economic and environmental protests erupting across continents, driven by this fierce demand from ordinary people for transparency, for fairness, for justice.
A surge in activism.
Seems likely. And prediction 10 kind of ties several threads together. It explicitly states, India leads the new Dharma of tech, suggesting that through its space agency, ISRO's developments, its focus on AI ethics, perhaps its integration of spiritual science, India establishes itself as a key torchbearer for this emerging Aquarian age.
Wow. Okay, we have covered a staggering amount of predicted change for just one 9-month window. It's a lot to take in. If you, the listener, had to take just one overarching insight away from this whole deep dive, this prophecy of the waters, as the sources frame it, what should it be?
I think the core message really is Varuṇa's law awakening. We're entering a cycle where what was hidden will surface, what was wounded will seek healing. And those long-standing divisions, especially between science and spirit, maybe logic and intuition, they genuinely begin to unify. The challenge isn't just about, surviving the next 9 months. It's about participating consciously.
So these events, the Grand Trine, the comets, they're signals.
They're essentially cosmic sirens, yeah, telling us we really can't afford to live in ignorance of our own collective karma any longer. The universe is demanding we pay attention.
So, Rahu and Shatabhisha. It's less about some predetermined fate and maybe more about a demanding evolutionary step, a call to heal the really big illusions of our age.
Exactly that. And the core lesson woven through all of this is the vital importance of Dharma, which here really means ethical responsibility, acting from truth. The sources explicitly warn that incredible knowledge like AI, genetic tech, fusion power when it's divorced from Dharma, from ethics, it becomes poison.
But guided by truth.
Guided by truth, by compassion, it becomes nectar, it becomes healing. This whole period is fundamentally challenging us to match the integrity of our consciousness with the incredible accelerating speed of our technology.
A profound challenge. So as you prepare, as you watch this year of accelerated change unfold, maybe remember those words from the sources. This is the year the waters speak. And perhaps our final provocative thought for you to mull over is this. The greatest insight this rare grand trine might offer is the structural proof that heaven and earth were never truly separate to begin with.